called us the 10 boys.
Yeah, you said congrats,
Nice.
10 boys.
Nice. There's 10 boys.
We got too horny, and that's why.
I don't want him to come. Jake, how horny does this make you?
Very horny.
It's one big joke. Believe me, Minnesota sports in all sorts. You see they know.
Don't know.
Easy. You see they know. It's Minnesota, constant pain and misery.
And I'm a part of Al-Qaeda.
It's 10K TV. It's one big joke. Believe me. Minnesota sports. In all sorts.
Dude, he could turn Daniel Jones into Brett Favre.
Minus the penis pics.
You can legally smoke crack.
What is a DVOA?
I went dicks, vaginas, or ass.
I think that's what it is.
Don't know much except to yell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of 10K TV Live. I am journalist Jake, joined by Sarge. And I think you might have almost died during the intro. I don't know, like you start coughing during the intro.
I know. I had some spit and it just went down the wrong pipe at the terrible time. So you're welcome for that. People thought I was probably hitting the pen or something. Wish I was, but no, just spit.
I was going to say, you pulled out like that weird bug out of your orange vest that'll be used for something later. I'm like, did you like swallow that or chew on that? I don't know, but I was a little disturbed by that, and like convenient timing. You can't cough like 5 minutes before the show.
Oh, dude. It's always comedic timing for me. Not intentional. Just I don't know.
No, we're it's part of the show. That's what we do.
I
Comedic
also am
timing.
super nervous, judging by my pits.
Oh my gosh, for what? Just
Dude,
the
it was
graphic
stress-
situation?
Dude, the graphic situation stressed me out, dude. I was freaking out. Yeah, it was not good, but we're here now. I'm sweating profusely. I'm super nervous for you guys.
Well, as you can see across Sarge's camera, I felt like a weather person doing the green screen for a second. The graphics are over there. Shout out to Sarge for getting the graphics set up, and we're good to go. We're rolling. So, yeah, let's roll right into the first topic here. Billy G is at it again.
Dude, I gotta say, as a Blackhawks fan, I'm so fucking jealous. He just wheels and deals, and he just big dicks everyone again.
Well, Billy G, he's got big testicles down there, I think. He's always doing something every year.
Okay. Also, So I was in Duluth this weekend, and one of my buddies up there, shout out Duder, he got a picture with Billy G, and have you ever noticed how big his fucking hands are? They're huge, dude.
Bill Guerin's
hands are fucking massive, dude.
Well,
Massive.
dude, I mean, he was a former hockey player. Have you met, like, in general, hockey players' hands, especially NHLers, like, they have muscles on their hands that I didn't know existed. Like, they bench press their fingers or something. And I think they're forever like that. They're like cushions, but it's crazy. Yeah, your hands are meant to caress the ball. That's a little inside joke from a bit. But Gustav Nyquist, second stint with the Wilds.
Not injured this time, right?
He's not coming off injury. Yeah, so I was talking about this. People were like, why are we bringing him back? Second round pick, that's a lot. I'm like, Gustav Nyquist is looking back to he's looking like his early days with the Red Wings when he was playing early Dylan Larkin. And he was playing on, I didn't realize Gustav Nyquist was playing on Team Sweden until literally on Monday when they kicked their ass right before the championship game.
Shit, I didn't notice that either.
Yeah.
Also, for the second round pick, I know everyone's upset about that, but if you do look at the prospects, the Wild are sitting pretty. Like Kevin Gore, when he was on, dude, I'm telling you, my butthole's getting very, very tight and perked up.
Very tight. So it's very tight butthole
Very
going
tight
on
butthole
right now.
right now. The Wild are gonna be fucking a problem.
Hey, man.
Big problem, dude.
Well, really quick before we transition, according to TNT, Jordan Greenway also still plays for the Minnesota Wild, so we want to put that out there. I don't know what the hell that was about. There's a graphic, and someone mentioned, too, and apparently Patrick Kane plays for the Bruins, so they must have fucked something else up there. And it's like, this is some ESPN behavior. This isn't TNT.
Dude, confession, it was me. I got there. Yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, you're a
Or
graphics guy.
Maybe Biz was actually behind the graphics.
Yeah, maybe he was trolling people, and he's getting to us on purpose. All right, moving on, more hockey talk. Go for hockey. Can we give a round of applause? They're co-Big Ten regular season champions.
I think it's just a one clap.
One clap. we're being participatory, I guess, or a snap of fingers. How stupid is this? So,
Dude, it's so
so the Gopher. So I saw they lost on Friday to Penn State. They won on Saturday. I'm like, oh yeah, they're either behind Michigan State or tied. And then all of a sudden, after they won, I was happy, and I see them post a graphic: Big Ten champions. I look at the standings. Wait, they're tied, and then I see a headline: they share a part of the title with Michigan State. And I think that's stupid.
That's
I get
so
it.
dumb.
Just give them a tiebreaker. We were talking about a couple weeks ago, me and Bossman, about the overtime rules in college hockey. Now we have to do co-titles in conferences. At this point, just give it to Michigan State or something. I don't care. Ultimately, I want the national championship. Okay, that
your
prick
boss.
over there takes my ring, steals it right off my finger. Probably butcher that, but like, why does there have to be a co-Big Ten champ? That's so stupid.
so dumb. So they didn't. The Big Ten won. I will never forgive the Big Ten for ruining the greatest rivalry in sports. Nodak versus the Gophers. Those were, as a UMD guy, those are still cannot miss hockey games. So that's another thing. But when they started this, they didn't think of this at all.
No.
Like no tiebreaker. Just you guys, like I said, ties like kissing like your sister. Dude.
I was gonna say, well, hey, as our buddy Gage Osmus said on one of our original podcasts back like 5 years ago, there's a lid for every pot, you know. I don't know. That's maybe even deeper, but seriously though, I don't know if they do this in other. Maybe they still do this in basketball. I don't even know if they do it in like college basketball for the Big Ten because
they know what they're doing.
there's a record system instead of points and all this weird shit. So.
Like, there's no goal differential. There's no, like, overtime. There's nothing, none of that.
So in Pee Wee hockey, right? when we played round robin, when you played round robin, they went down to goal differentials. In men's league, they still do that. In college hockey, we can't figure out a way to just give it to one team. It's pathetic. And you know, I'm happy for the Gopher hockey. We won another title in something in Minnesota for Gophers. I know you're a UMD fan, but if us Pee-wees can figure it out at little small town tournaments in Mora, Minnesota, we can do it in the Big Ten.
You think?
And rant.
Okay, in 1 second though, like, so what does that mean for the seeding of the tournament? Like, they play the
But
same
we're a
team?
2 seed.
Okay, they're a 2
So,
seed.
yeah.
So they what? Okay, whatever. That doesn't make any fucking
So
sense.
we're co-Big Ten champions, but Michigan State still gets the bye in the Big Ten hockey tournament. We're the 2 seed, by the way, taking on Notre Dame this weekend at the Uchi, best of 3. But yeah, so we're co-Big Ten champions, but we get the 2 seed in the tournament. And
Okay, whatever.
pathetic. All right, moving on. More hockey. Starting out the show, heavy hockey. High school, the boys' state high school hockey tournament is this weekend. This week, it feels like a holiday every year this week, isn't it? It's
Dude,
great.
It is basically a Super Bowl in my eyes. I fucking love the state tournament.
I fucking love this
the
shit.
best. I'm going damn near every single day. I might even try to go Wednesday, which I've never done. But why not?
Dude, I would, like, if I could find a way to make money and make enough money someday where I could just, I don't know, not work, obviously, do this full time. If we were doing this full time, I'd be there every day at the tournament, Wednesday through Saturday. I'd never been there for the Class A games on Wednesday myself, but it's still, dude, it's a spectacle. I always tell people, like, we went in high school and we're like, oh, we're high schoolers, so maybe we're vibing with it. I thought when I got older, it wasn't going to be as fun. You still go there and just get into it.
It's more fun because we boozed before.
Yes. Before, you couldn't really booze at the bars. You had to allegedly sneak in or drink in other ways. Allegedly, when we were underage. I actually
You
got
never
it.
did that.
No, not at all. I actually did a lot of chewing tobacco. I did a lot of chewing tobacco at the high school hockey tournament. So, but I remember there was always a section when we were in high school. They called it the
216.
It was 216. It was where you went to get, if you didn't have tobacco, you were going to find somebody with chewing tobacco, and you were going to get it. And I still remember it was one of the first times I consumed. It wasn't the first time I ever did chewing, or call it like it's a hard drug. Did chewing tobacco, but it was one of the first times I ever partook in chewing tobacco. And I remember I took a lot of it, and I didn't puke, surprisingly, but I remember I walked around the upper level X 3 times and didn't know where I was, and then I drank water, and I was fine. I'm like, I thought I was going to yak all over the place, but...
Oh, dude, it's like a badge of honor if you yak after you chew, because everyone has.
It is.
It is what it is. But I wanted to ask you, we're not going to do predictions of who's going to win.
Fuck that.
Who do you think, what team is going to have the best hair is what I want to know.
Dude, I think Moorhead is always top notch. The top notch.
Top notch. They're gonna bleach their hair. I almost guarantee it.
Those northern teams, man, whenever they come into the tournament, I mean, they're always doing something crazy. I was gonna say Rogers being shout out to them.
My pick.
First time in the state hockey tournament, so shout out to them. I think they're gonna go balls to the wall, like pedal to the metal.
100%. Literally, that was exactly was my point. Great minds think alike, dude.
Do they do? And then shout out to Northfield. I'm just thinking they're going to do something crazy in the sense of, I think it was a couple years ago, we actually posted the video of that dude who used his airtime in the intro to shout out his dad or family's landscaping company. Do you remember that?
Smart.
Like, blah, 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 Johnson Lawn Care Company in Northfield. And he had the strongest and thickest Minnesotan accent. And I think it was Northfield. I'm sure that kid already graduated. But I'm rooting for them to do something crazy again, maybe with their hair or whatever.
I need to ask quick, over under mullets of 25, because mullets are fucking in right now.
They're back.
They're so back.
They're back. I think like 10 years ago was a thing in high school hockey. Now they're back again, man.
Dude, over under 25.
I think it's going to be over.
Dude, I do too.
I'm hammering that over.
I do too, because I can't remember. I was goal judging for District 10 a couple weeks ago. Every single kid had a fucking mullet.
Yeah.
And they were all wearing sandals, by the way, with socks. In the winter, made no sense to me, but I digress. I could talk about this tournament all day, but we got more shit to talk about.
No, we do, but really quick, I will say St. Thomas though, you can never rely on them having the best hair because they're all going to be clean cut. They're freaking cadets. I mean, they can't.
I was going to say I don't think they can.
They can. So you can never trust them in having the. So if one of us said that, I'd be like, dude, if you're going to call little crew cuts best hair, then I'd tell you to go F yourself, man. But I think it's time for an ad.
It is time.
I think it's time for a good old ad. We're going to shout out our buddies at Northern Lids. And 10K, I'm happy to say that 10K Takes is happy to be sponsored by Northern Lids, a custom patch hat company, the top spot for all custom hats for teams, businesses, and personal projects. Design patches, they're sewed and stitched on right here in Minnesota. In addition, Northern Lids also has a line of products available for purchase. So if you go to northernlids.com, you can find everything on there. So they make some really badass hats. Shout out to Nick at Northern Lids.
Seriously, he's the man.
And we shout him out every week, but he clearly deserves it. Like, I'm not wearing one right now, actually.
I am.
You are.
Dude, he made this
Beautiful.
just for me. I fucking love this
fuck
guy.
off. Is that
I love this guy,
It's a
dude.
Bedard hat, man.
He's
Come
the
on.
man. He's the man.
Come on, Bedard. Come on, dude.
Do you know who also is the man?
Who?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. Ant-Man. The Ant-Man, he gets ejected. I actually missed this because I was busy Thursday night, but I was reading the headlines. I thought it was so funny, and before I actually watched the clip, I just see headlines. Anthony Edwards fined $35,000 for throwing ball into Lakers crowd. And I was and then I'm like, I got to watch the video, and you don't actually see him throw it into the crowd, but you just hear the announcers, I just threw the ball into the crowd.
I'm glad you brought that up because he missed a golden opportunity to pull a Jackie Moon and punt the ball into the stands, and I'm a little upset about it. If you're going to get ejected, you might as well go all out, in my opinion.
I was going to say, the season's not over yet.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true.
That's his next act, right? He's been ejected. Now he's at his 16th technical foul.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
That's my guy.
That's his next act, dude. He threw it into the crowd. Now he's just going to punt the ball. Can you imagine that? He doesn't give a shit. He's been fined all year for yelling, swearing, cussing.
I know, and then so many people are just hating him on for it. I'm like, dude, one, you're wrong. To me, he can do basically no wrong because I fucking love him so much. But he's the new bad boy of the NBA, basically, is what I'm getting at.
The NBA hasn't had a guy like this, I think, in a while. Like, he's kind of rejuvenated the early 2000s NBA.
Dude.
Like, I was mentioning to you earlier in our prep time, I should say, Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was kind of like that. He got into like he had some little saucy seasons where he got into some trouble. Maybe not even this much, but like, it's crazy like how tame the NBA has become in a lot of senses. And like, this is great. I love it. I love seeing it. It's great for the game. Obviously, I don't want to see him get ejected or suspended many games because we need the guy to win, but
Literally the heart and soul of the team, figuratively and literally. My God, like if he's not in the lineup, I mean, did we? I don't know if we won that game or not. I was in Duluth getting.
I think we lost. We lost.
Okay,
the
makes
Lakers,
sense.
Yeah, I'm
Then
pretty
we
sure.
won. Then we won. Once, right?
Yeah, we destroyed the Phoenix. We embarrassed the Suns in Phoenix. Dude, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the 10K Howells account. making that graphic yesterday of like Anthony Edwards with his kids, and it's just all the starting five of the Suns. I love that. Shout out to those guys. Go follow them if you're not already.
Yeah, 10K Howell's Instagram, Twitter, even on TikTok as well. There are like dedicated Timberwolves content page for 10,000 takes. So if you're not getting enough from the main page, they have everything Timberwolves. So
And they know what they're talking about.
They do, but they do it in a great, funny way. They're not just sitting there like, Anthony Edwards had 24 points today. No, he's like, say, Anthony Edwards got fucking ejected, and he's showing his kids in the starting lineup because he has enough kids now, I guess. So.
Or wait, I actually wrote ejaculated on there, I realized.
Oh, and ejaculated. Yeah, I think that, you know what? It might be just as good it might be just the same thing, honestly. Ejaculated. It might be just as satisfying, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that sounded horrible. Oh man. Oh, we're live. I didn't know that. That was my Burt Bly 11 moment. Might be. Cut it. No. Let's move on. Let's move on to more basketball talk. Go for hoops. No one got it. No one ejaculated. No one got ejected with Go for Hoops right now. So you were mentioning that someone on the radio said Ben Johnson has the hardest job in the country.
So this is on the Twitter sphere. I have no idea who Seth Davis is.
Irrelevant.
I think you might agree with him. So basically, he's saying that Ben Johnson is one of the elite coaches in one of the toughest jobs in America. So I'm assuming that's every job, like oil driller, everything.
Coal miner, engineer,
doctor,
porta potty cleaner,
all
cleaner. Yeah.
But this is so interesting. I didn't know this, but so Minnesota has been to one Final Four in its history, and that required extensive academic fraud. 14 tourney appearances in 85 years, 16 NCAA wins, so that's tournament wins, obviously. But their Big Ten's really good, so that's brutal. Brutal weather, he says. Outdated facilities and minimal NIL money, which I find hard to believe because there's a ton of money here, but maybe not for the program. But I understand fans want more. But if you think about the problems, the coaches, if you think the problem is the coaches, I respectfully disagree. Ben has done a solid job. So my question is, do you still think, or do you still want him, first of all? Because
Dude, this is the hard situation because like now he just maybe did just enough to keep his job after like doing I think horrible coaching the last couple of years, although maybe not all his fault, dealing with NIL and all this crap. But when you go like 2-15 like they did a couple years ago, that was tough, losing by 30 plus points. But this year is pissing me off though, right? Because they've won their last 4 road games against some top-tier teams according to the net ranking, so hats off to him. But then we've also lost our last 4 home games against bottom-feeder Big Ten teams, right? And we're still 7-11. If we just win half of our home games in the Big Ten, we would be like 10-8 and vying for maybe getting into a bubble watch. So
it would be nice to be in the bubble watch because
wouldn't it?
College basketball is actually fun to watch, and I am a basketball hater.
Dude, college basketball is the best. It already is super fun, but it's so much better when your team you're invested in is involved, especially, well, obviously in this case, Minnesota, but St. Thomas is obviously vying for the spot of best Division I basketball team in the state. So
that's right.
It's ridiculous.
Dude, I literally forgot they're D1. I forgot about that.
They're first place in their conference, I think, right now.
So do you think a new barn and new facilities would help? I don't see why it wouldn't help, but where would it be?
Well, new facilities, they already got the Athletes Village. They got that going for them. That's fine. So they got that. But in terms of the new arena, I don't know where the hell that would go. I don't know if they'd have to tear it down and then put a rink temporarily in Mariucci or something like that and play it in the ice rink. But I have never been a proponent of tearing down Williams Arena just because Williams Arena is like one of the last standing bastions of old arenas in Minnesota. We've built new everything else. So, but the last few years I've thought about it and all these other college teams building it. I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be totally opposed to it, but the raised floor is awesome.
I was just about to say,
amazing.
But what about the raised floor?
Dude, the raised floor is going to give us a national championship in our lifetime. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Or another Final Four that doesn't get vacated, by the way. It's funny because, they don't technically count that Final Four anymore, so we have no Final Fours, which is pathetic. The banner is under Williams Arena, and I witnessed it. I saw it.
It's
just collecting
there
dust.
still.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like in the basement of Williams Arena.
Dude, you should confiscate that.
We should use our connections, go in there and do like a heist, just steal it and hang it up in here.
Well, why? They don't need it.
Dude, do they need it? No, they don't. They're not going to use it. They took it down. They had it up for like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it takes them to do like you said. It takes us to get to a Final Four. We have to have kids doing their home. I think they had tutors doing their homework or something like that. Back
Dude,
in
I wish I had
97.
tutors doing my homework in college.
Yeah, me
Fuck,
too.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Except we wouldn't have. Yeah, we wouldn't have got caught. We didn't play Division I sports, so
They
we
would
could
be
have got
like,
away with
that's a
it.
fucking waste. Why are we doing
know.
it for this guy, dude?
I just feel like we're the only team that got caught. I think there were other schools that were definitely doing
That's
it.
a
Minnesota.
fact. Well, I think people were butthurt that it was Minnesota. Like they can't let these fuckers, get there. They're
Any of
hockey
these
schools.
fuckers. Although, really quick before we transition, Brennan Rigsby got the win in final seconds in Nebraska. I think he got a 3, not as the buzzer as time expired, but with like 4 seconds left. And he went off that day. I made a post on our Instagram going off about it, and he commented. Him and Parker Fox commented on it, and we always did that bit with Parker Fox where I just commented loading last year on the post, which is kind of now carried over into this season. And now Brendan Rigsby is also officially loading. So I want to give the shout out to that. I think we should get to a voicemail now, right?
do.
We have a voicemail.
We got a freaking voicemail. Hey,
Freaking voicemail.
our apologies for not getting to this sooner. This gets sent to my Gmail, which gets sent a bazillion emails. So this one almost slept through the. Wait, what was that? Slept through the cracks.
Slept. You slept
I
through
need
the cracks.
Some sleep. Holy
Slipped.
shit. But
Slipped
here's
through
a
the cracks.
voicemail, and one day we'll have this actually go through real audio, but that's above my pay grade.
Hey, man, I just want to know what we're doing with our franchise tag, man. I think Sam Darnold can walk. I think he sucks. I think it just proved to us in those 2 playoff games that he's ass. We don't need him anymore. I think Byron Murphy can walk, too. He's a zone coverage player. He's not getting picks by himself. He's got all the boys helping him out. I don't think he's worth it. So I think we franchise tag Cam Bynum, extend him. I think we also franchise tag Jonathan Grenard because that dude's a dog. And I also think that we somehow get Van Ginkel back. Fuck the Packers. Fuck them.
I love the delay and the pause.
I know, me too.
First off, little disappointed we didn't hear the notorious long-time listener, first-time caller bit, just because to make us feel more professional, like we have a top-tier radio show here.
Yep.
We do this is a top-tier show, but anyway, love the ending to that. We need more voicemails, by the way. We do have the number on the bottom of the ticker there. That'd be sick. But but regarding the substance of the voicemail, I mean, I'm no GM. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but people who know me, I mean, know that I think Sam Darnold should be gone and that he absolutely shit the bed in the last 2 games. And I predicted that like in week 5.
You did. And
I said it.
You did. And it was one of those things where I was like, dude, Jake is just still essing on Kirk Steve. But no, you were right. I will admit you were absolutely right.
I'm like, we were
hate
5.
that you're right, by the way.
I know. And I wanted him. I finally I think came around on Sam Darnold too, like fully right before the Lions game. Like, you know what? I have been a little harsh on the guy. I need to get over Kirk Cousins. I was saying that. I'm like, I have a good feeling about this. And then he goes and pulls the Sam Darnold that I expect to see all season.
He did. God, just.
Fuck. And so I was just upset with it. So yeah, in my opinion though, on Cam Bynum, I would much rather franchise take his ass than Sam Darnold, right? So and we need to keep some sort of defensive core going under Brian Flores. So I'm all for keeping Cam Bynum around because Murphy's gone, right? Or that's the sources are saying that.
Yes,
I guess that he's probably gonna.
And I actually pretty much agreed with all that he said, which is crazy because usually that they don't go like that. But I think if you had to pick one, Gennard or Van Ginkel, who are you picking?
Ooh, man, dude, that's such a tough one.
I know, dude.
Oh man, I mean, Gennard's been such a solid, but I fucking love how Van Ginkel plays on the field, though, man. I mean, that's a tough one because Grenard's been he's been just as good, if not better, than Daniil Hunter out there and breaking through the line. But Van Ginkel is like going out there getting interceptions and shit.
Yeah, dude, those 2 pick sixes were unbelievable.
I mean, who would you pick right now if you had to pick one?
So I'm pretty sure Dallas Turner plays where Van Ginkel does, and that's
Yeah.
probably wrong. So I'll go with Grenard. But whichever side,
Well, Turner's a defense. He's not a linebacker, is he?
I thought he was. Johns, is he?
No, Dallas.
Becker?
I think he's a defensive end.
Yeah, defensive end similar to.
Once again,
Grenard.
I knew that was wrong. I know ball, dude.
Hey, but we corrected you. You're not like a Zooch who misses up stats all over the place.
I
but-
also preface it by like, this is probably definitely wrong. Because no. But, dude, I guess I think Grenard can get the picks, but the problem is you got something for me, Johns?
I have confirmed that Dallas Turner is in fact a linebacker.
See, okay.
He is. Really? I thought he was a
fucking
defensive
smart.
end. But
I
me
know
and Johnson were on the
ball.
same page. I thought he was a line.
I know
thought he was a
ball,
defensive
dude.
end.
I got
Okay.
a freaking B at UMD football class.
Well, then that kind of shatters my entire universe. So that changes my mind on it. Maybe then you can let Van Ginkel go, and then Van Ginkel's the linebacker. I'm still getting it mixed up here. So you can probably let Van Ginkel go, keep Grenard. Dallas Turner can fill that spot just fine. He's young.
But yeah, I don't know,
quick.
who knows? I'm glad my GM because they both earned it. But
They did.
I think that Grenard's a little bit more explosive if you had to ask me.
Jonathan Grenard, yeah, dude, he was so fun to fucking watch.
But they
His
both
defense-
got like 12 sacks, which
Yeah.
is fucking tits.
I know, that's insane. It was weird seeing a defense this
I know, dude.
put together by the Vikings, right? So, and then Darius Slade, you hear about those news that the Eagles are gonna probably let him go, or they're gonna let him walk. Go after his ass, dude.
Yeah, that guy has been a thorn on our side for fucking years.
I know.
It would
Just
be
bring
nice.
him on our team. We don't need him. But
Darren Sharper part 2
yeah, why not?
with less rape.
Let's go. Okay, yeah, with
Sorry.
no
Sorry,
rape.
I don't know
No
why.
rape.
I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it back.
There's no less rape. There's just completely no rape. Okay, we don't want any rape. Doing to disclose that. All right.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
Dude, Sarge has already been canceled, so he's probably uncancelable at this point. But before we move on to the next topic, we want to talk about Captain's Patch here. Little ad break for Captain's Patch, our own beer, Captain's
I'm wearing the
Patch.
shirt.
You're wearing the Captain's Patch
am.
shirt. Yeah, if you,
Sweating all.
yeah, you've been sweat. It holds the sweat really good, I must say. But it's showing its durability. The Captain's Patch shirt. And you know what's just as durable in your stomach, in your gut, and on your tongue is a good old can or glass of Captain's Patch, the raspberry lemon shandy, courtesy that from our buddies or that brewed it, Elm Creek Brewing. Those are people who brewed it for us. And you can go to captainspatch.com to find a location near you where it is sold. And it's also sold at the X Energy Center, too. So you can get it at the X. Probably not during the State Boys High School Hockey Tournament, which is probably for the best because us D-Gens will drink it too much. But I think it's in sections 115 and
105.
105, and then club level C
13.
C13. You know this shit. I should know. Why can't I remember it?
I've only got it at section 105.
Yeah, I've only had it at 105 myself. But anyway, you can go to captainspatch.com. You can find a location where it is at the liquor store near you. It's a good-ass beer. It's a good time. And we got a bunch here right in the studio just stacked up here that we'll probably drink eventually. So yeah, get your Captain's Patch today. All right, more football.
More football.
More football. Max Brosmer talking about, we just had the NFL Combine. I didn't actually watch a lot of it. I get sick of off-season football, so I want to get to the draft, see who we draft, and then get to football in August. But Max Brosmer, I guess, is turning some heads a little bit. I was saying even during the season that he was statistically the best quarterback the Gophers had since Adam Weber in 2010, right, when he graduated. It's been 15 years since we had a
That's a long
quarterback
time.
of the caliber
long time.
of Brosmer, right? And there's talks of Max Brosmer being drafted. And get this, Max Brosmer, I knew the Gophers hadn't had a quarterback drafted in a long time, but I didn't think it was this long. So Max Brosmer is trying to be the first Gopher quarterback drafted since 1972, okay? When it was Craig Curry, I don't know who the hell that is, selected by the Dolphins. 1972, that was before the Vikings, I think, lost 4 Super Bowls. I don't know, or three of their Super Bowls, if you put that into perspective.
Dude, at the graphic, I literally put first quarterback drafted since Nam. That's actually since Nam.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like joking, making that graphic, and that's fucking
We
true.
were still in
Oh my
Vietnam,
God.
dude. Jimmy Carter was still well alive.
R.I.P., dude.
Rest in peace to Jimmy Carter.
I looked up hot singles from the
Yeah,
from
1972.
1972. I don't know a lot of these, which I thought I would, but Let's Stay Together by Al Green, great song. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. One of the top songs. This is a good one right here. My Ding-a-Ling by Chuck Berry.
Cool. Yeah.
Man, 1972. What a great, some good tunes. Then we got Neil Young, Heart of Gold. What a fucking banger that one is. But Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress, the Hollies. If you're a classic rock guy,
Yes.
you definitely know that one. But dude, that is a long fucking time. Hopefully he does it. My gut tells me he's not going to be.
Yeah.
But could he be Mr. Irrelevant though?
Dude, he could be the Brock Purdy.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be great, and we can claim him, even though he played at New Hampshire for a majority of his career. We'll
Hey,
claim
Tony
him as the
Romo
Gopher.
played at some fucking random ass school.
Yeah, no.
Same with Jimmy Garoppolo. Same with
Russell Wilson. He played at NC State before, and then he went to Wisconsin. And
Joe
then
Flacco played at Delaware.
Yeah.
I could be making that up, but I thought it was Delaware.
Jimmy Garoppolo played at Southern Illinois or Western Illinois or
Dude, and honestly,
I don't know.
He looked good. Like that was definitely the most
Rosemer?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
most competent quarterback I've seen in a long time.
Like I said, since maybe Adam Weber. I mean, people could argue that who's the core? I mean, Alec Manis had a couple good. We've had some stints with these quarterbacks. If they weren't having breakdowns like Phil Nelson 10 years ago, who left because he was pissed about something, and then he ended up almost killing a guy in Mankato. Remember that shit? Philip Nelson. Yeah, he transferred to Rutgers, and then he almost curb stomped this guy to death in Mankato. Or something like that. I guess there was alcohol involved and it was a fight and it went a little too far. So I hope both are doing well. But yeah, so he was probably the next promising quarterback we had, or last promising quarterback, and that was 10 years ago. He was only here a year or two because we ended up going with Mitch Leidner. Shout out to him. Nothing wrong against Mitch Leidner. I'm a Mitch Leidner guy, but statistically, I don't think we've had as good of a quarterback since Adam Weber with Derek Decker. I know it's Weber, it's not Weber. I just like saying that. All right.
Sarge, I think we skipped over something. You said hot singles of 1972.
Yeah.
Was music actually the first thing that popped up, or did your search history generate something else?
Oh, it's so when you said that, that went through my head for a millisecond. Huh? Were you talking about like the hottest celebrities at the time?
I'm off the porn, okay?
Dude, are you still off the porn officially? Has it been how many days?
I'm gonna break very soon. It's been too long. It's been over 2 months. That's already amazing for me. So
I'm surprised you're not. Well, maybe that's why you're sweating. I don't know. Maybe if it's that's just a withdrawal symptom.
And then
right now.
literally, so like that the My Ding-a-Ling wasn't even on the top songs. My eyes just inadvertently went to that. How fucking weird is that?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
It's the number 14 song on the top 14. And that's
Wait,
the
which
first
one is it? Oh yeah. See,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
15.
I was gonna say. See, I want to see some of these bands. Okay, American Pie.
Yeah.
American
See, I
Pie.
missed that. I went to My
Yeah,
Ding-a-Ling.
you miss
dude.
American Pie, which is an American classic for like 4th of July, and you go to My Ding-a-Ling by
Chuck Berry. He's a legend.
Legend, by the way. Rest in peace. I didn't know he had a song like that. I know he's bigger in the 50s. But we digress. We can get away from that. But let's move on again. More football talk. So apparently Kevin O'Connell, Big Cock, KOC, met with Mr. Cam Ward from Miami.
Dude, is he trying to mind fuck us? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
So we're already dealing with enough of a quarterback situation here, right? Between Sam Darnold, whether we're going to franchise tag him or let him walk, and then what's going on with McCarthy? Is he going to be we're going to roll with him? What's going on with Daniel Jones? Is the prophecy going to be fulfilled with Aaron Rodgers? And now we have Kevin O'Connell like, I'm going to go meet with Cam Ward in Miami and see what's going on here.
What? Dude, okay, so my only thing that I can think of is he's just literally obsessed with QBs and just wants to talk to every single one. Like, because there's no, you don't have to like put in something to like go talk to these people, right? Like, you don't lose anything. He's just doing it because I think he's just literally obsessed with quarterbacks.
So that's all I'm thinking about it too. People are probably freaking out about it more than they need to be. It's just probably almost a routine. Like, they probably see something where they can realistically still draft a Cam Ward or just draft another quarterback to have to the quarterback room just in case something goes haywire or whatever. And they have him in their back pocket. And if they have the picks they want to get in terms of other position needs and they go after Cam Ward, I'm not necessarily against it. I mean, Cam Ward was a fucking stud in Miami.
Absolutely.
He's a great quarterback. But it just freaks people out because we're already dealing with this quarterback situation. Like I said, we drafted JJ McCarthy last year, obviously. So why are we looking at this top prospect quarterback? So people are like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on with JJ McCarthy? Or I feel like there's one stupid Vikings blog out there that already put rumor Vikings going to trade McCarthy to trade up in draft for Ward or some shit.
Like if that happens, I don't know what my mind will literally explode. But it just. Or is it just fake news? Is fake news back?
Fake news might be back, and we're part of the fake news.
It's kind of fucking mean to do that, though. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with JJ McCarthy. I think he's gonna be a fucking stud. I also think Cam Ward's gonna be a stud for the record too.
I think he is. He is like I think a Jaden Daniels like vibe to him for sure. But he McCarthy, speaking of the Vikings situation, like I said this like a couple months ago or like right after the season ended, and I'm like, Daniel Jones is going to be the week 1 starter. And people think that's such like I think some people think it's a crazy take. Some people are like, oh, I think that's normal. But like some people think it's crazy. I'm like, realistically, we can sign him back for dirt cheap. And McCarthy still coming off of a brutal injury, hasn't taken a snap in the NFL. Why can't we let me disclose he's going to be the week 1 starter. I'm not saying week 1 through 17 starter. I think Daniel Jones, having experience in the league, playing with a very shitty team, but still having okay seasons in the past, winning a playoff game against us, mind you.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think you could roll with Daniel Jones. I've told people this though. I'm like, hey, if Sam Darnold can go 14-3 with under Kevin O'Connell, if he can turn around. Daniel Jones can do the same shit. Daniel Jones has a better track record statistically with probably your shittier team than Darnold did with between the Panthers and Jets.
Yes.
And people are freaking out about Jones more than Darnold. I'm like, they're in the same boat of having very shady careers heading into Minnesota, and Darnold still did what he did. So,
yeah, KOC is the whisperer, the QB whisperer, and then also on the Pat McAfee show today, Jettas doesn't care who's the quarterback. He's just gonna ball out. That's all that matters.
I'm glad he has that attitude because I have a different.
Man.
I'm glad he has that. He's not pissed off about that because he really could be because he's getting older. He still has a huge window, I think, over the next 3 or 4 years. But my thing is. And this goes back to the Daniel Jones conversation, having an experienced quarterback. To me, if you're starting McCarthy, that signals that we're kind of a 500 team that is rebuilding in all aspects. If you look at our personnel from our coaching, defensive side of the ball, even O-line has a couple issues we need to figure out, but with a healthy Christian Darrisaw and everything, that's still solid. Yeah. Wide receiver core and Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, you look at that entire roster, that's a championship caliber team. You just 100%. Need a quarterback. So that's why I'm thinking you insert an experienced or, debatably experienced quarterback in Daniel Jones instead of an inexperienced quarterback in McCarthy. You're kind of gambling a little bit with what the experience we have a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. That's an opinion, folks. Don't shoot me. Okay. I don't know what your thoughts are on Sarge. I kind of hijacked that.
I don't care. No, you nailed it on the head, man. I think. Never mind. I'm not.
You nailed it on the head.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't want to say what I was about to say.
I think we should go into the rabbit hole. Kirk Cousins is going to be back in. I'm just joking. He's not. I still think. For the record, I still think. I maybe haven't said that. I still think Kirk still has one more shot at greatness somewhere. Just because I think his Achilles. I think it takes a hell of a lot more than a year to fully heal.
It has to, dude.
He clearly was couldn't, and he looked good at the beginning of the year with Atlanta, and then he clearly couldn't step back. Also, Atlanta didn't run one play action with him, which is Kirk's bread and butter. So that just was stupid. I think if he goes on a team that actually complements his system, he's going to have one more solid chance at doing something to end his career. I don't know,
dude. Literally, I rolled my ankle 6 years ago, and it's still not the same. Yeah. So
and he popped his Achilles. We all saw that in Green Bay. That was rough, man. To come back, he might not ever come back from it. Who knows? But all I know is,
speaking of comebacks,
Nelly's making a comeback, but he's coming back to. Is that a sexual reference or is he actually making a comeback?
Nelly, dude.
Okay. No, I'm like, is there an? Never mind. I'm not going to go into that. Whatever. But yeah, Nelly is. He's coming to Target Field July 11th for a post game concert for
looks
the Twins.
Like I'm going. Looks like I have plans. Are you a Nelly guy?
Growing up, I mean, that was the shit you'd hear at like the school dances, right? Like that was part of the rotation. So I kind of am. I mean, I'm more, and you know this, like I'm more on the alternative rock 90s rock
100%.
shit, you know, but
Yeah.
like there is still some of those pop stars that I can vibe with, you know, him, you know, T-Pain and Nelly and all those guys. I fuck with those guys. Like
Dude.
they're awesome.
And he's got bangers. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
dude, in 3rd grade when Country Grammar came out, that shit changed my life. That was one of the first CDs I downloaded. I can't remember who in my 3rd grade class, but he got it. I was so jealous. I was like, can I bring that home and download it so my mommy and daddy don't find out, because they'll be very upset if they know I have an explicit content CD. But
Dude,
hearing that song like on the radio, the edited version and to the real version blew my mind back in 3rd grade. And I didn't know what any of it meant either. I
No.
still don't.
I mean, it's getting hot in here. You know, obviously there's some sort of sexual reference, but they're playing that at like my school dance in 5th grade. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Okay, this is great.
Getting so hot, I want to take my clothes
It's going to be very dangerous, Sarge, if you're actually there and like the Twins win and you've had a few and you've had a few beers or alcoholic beverages. Almost slipped something here. We're good. More on that later. You'll have a few alcoholic beverages, and maybe the Twins win. Maybe they're on a winning streak, and they're literally getting hot. And Yelly starts playing hot in here. You might take off your clothes and get kicked out.
So I went to Duluth this weekend, and the way I was shaking my ass up there, there's a very high chance that I was going to be doing that. I'd be doing that. But especially if he plays EI, holy shit! If he plays EI, I'm done for. I'm getting blacked out.
You're going to end up like me at the Green Day Smashing Pumpkins
Yes.
concert where I ended up in the nurse's tent.
Yes.
I still think I might have slipped a drug. That's just, maybe that's an excuse to say, hey, to justify or make it look like I didn't completely get shit faced and drink more than I should have. But yeah, you might end up in a similar situation as me. So
I hope not. I've been to detox freshman year after the Bulldogs won the national championship, and that was easily the worst experience I've ever had in my life, and I do not ever want to go back. No. And getting arrested sucks ass.
I've never been arrested, so
ass.
I'm surprised I wasn't that.
Dude,
I can't
it is-
imagine. But hey, but if you do it,
Bummer.
you can be like J-Rock and Trailer Park Boys, man. It's for the album cover. In this case, it'd be for the content. So you can get arrested. We'll get pictures of you outside of the cop
if
car.
you
Like,
guys-
bro, take this picture, bro.
Dude,
It
if
looks
you
good.
guys bail me out and then don't tell my parents, that'd be sick.
That would be dope. Hey, we could do it. It'd be part of. It's a write-off. It'd be a write-off. Sarge just bail bond because it's content.
Right.
If any of us get bailed out, there's been jokes about it, some of us getting DUIs, and we'll post the picture on our page. You know, it's all content. That'd actually be horrible.
No,
but
we're not doing. We're Uber and Lyft guys.
We are big Uber Lyft guys, except for Zooch. He has openly said, "I don't trust Uber / Lyft." That's what he says. Not saying he drives drunk.
I was gonna say, wait, yeah, he's not insinuating that.
He's not insinuating that. He just says that when we're going out to a wild game or something, and I'm like, Zucho, are you going to take an Uber? No, I don't trust Uber.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
trust
run
Lyft.
home.
Or you'd be like, I can only have a couple beers. Like, why? I'm driving. I'm like, why don't you just Uber? I don't trust Uber. You don't trust the drivers. You don't trust the cars. You don't trust the company. What do you not trust about it?
He would hate going down to Phoenix, Arizona, where they have self-driving cars. Wild, by the way.
Even worse.
Johnson, you can attest to this. It's crazy. It literally is a mind-blowing thing. Like,
It was honestly one of the coolest moments.
dude, he was sick.
I think it would be
It's sick.
one of the coolest yet terrifying moments for me. I'd never been in a self-driving car yet, so I feel like it would be kind of weird when
Dude,
I first did it. But
it's
got
bizarre the way they take perfect 90-degree turns, like perfect. Like it's weird.
That's just-
You're like, oh my god, they're gonna hit. Oh, just kidding, 90 degrees. It's not like you're not like a human by any means. You can tell, but
That's just crazy to me that they found that technology without. I'm surprised when they started releasing self-driving cars that we didn't hear more incidents or cases of people getting killed. Gladly, you know, that we happily glad that we haven't heard those cases. But I was just worried about them. Like, there's gonna be something malfunction. There's gonna be some sort of
Yeah,
Terminator
dude.
plot with it.
I watched iRobot way too recently, and that shit still scares me. I brought this up last week, but there was an incident where an AI robot was at like a UFC event, and it literally like got in someone's face and was literally doing this, and they had to like hold it back, and it was fucking crazy.
Dude, I still remember it became a meme. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, but apparently there was an actual news story in Japan. Someone, a factory worker, died by a robot, like swinging around and hitting him like it malfunctioned or something. It was like on the assembly line, and then it swung around and like hit him when he was walking by. It was kind of like just a horrible accident. But then the comments on the post were so bad. But the top comment was, "It's beginning. It has begun." That's what I'm like. Oh my gosh. Like, this guy died, poor guy died, and then just the first top comment, "It has begun." But it's like there's been some scary incidences with robots, but it's crazy. We can go Alex Jones on it. But, yeah, like they're gonna turn into interdimensional demons.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Alex Jones.
Fucking crazy. We can go on a whole other rant about that. We don't need to. But anyway, I think you got an ad you want to run, right?
We got another ad, believe it or not.
Got an ad? Uh-oh.
So this is for the. Oh yeah, that's right.
Put on your jacket, dude. Our orange vest, right?
I pulled out the nastiest like box elder bug out of this thing.
I don't even know if that was a box elder bug.
No, dude, I didn't know what else to call it, but it disintegrated in my hands, dude. It was disgusting.
I cannot get this thing on to save my life.
I
looked like a.
I brought an orange hat, but I can't remember where I put it.
Yeah, I forgot my orange hat.
Well, anyways, guys, the Northwest Sports Show is coming up, and we wanted to tell you about it. It's going to be from March 13th through the 16th at the Minneapolis Convention Center. If you've never been to the Convention Center, it's massive. So that means they're going to have a ton of cool stuff. Not only do they have a bunch of outdoor stuff, they're going to have a fish fry on Friday. They're also going to have a beer and hot dog special on Thursday night, so you can go there. We're going to be there on Friday, I believe, right? Or is that Saturday? We're going to be there one of the days.
One of the days, I think maybe the first day, which is that Thursday, right?
Yes.
Some of us will be, yeah.
So it's just like, if you're into the outdoors, which you probably are, Ducks Unlimited is going to be there. There's going to be a fishing demonstration tank. It's 5,000 gallons. Jake is going to be fishing with all the 7-year-olds catching trout. He said that, not me. Tons of different seminars, guys. Go check it out. It's honestly going to be sweet. I can't wait to go because I've gone to when it was called the other show prior, and it's a good time. There's going to be RVs there. It's fishing central, especially if you're a fisherman. You gotta go
outdoors. Yeah, they have I haven't been there since I was a kid, but like it was such a fun setup. I mean, they have I remember when I was younger, they had companies come in that sell like motocross bikes, and you can go up and sit on motocross bikes. And I remember being a kid, I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I would be the same way. I have not matured since I was 7 years old.
No, either have I, and I can't wait to go inside these RVs and be like, yeah, I could see myself in this. And just, after I get $250,000 spare cash quick.
You walk in those things and they're like luxury like mansions on wheels, and then you find out the price. You're like, oh my gosh! But I mean,
they're so cool.
Someday,
man.
Dude, it's so awesome though. They showcase all that stuff at this show, and then they have the trout pond there where you can fish for trout. You can bring them home and eat them if you want.
Can you really?
Yeah, that was part of the thing. If you catch it, you can.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I just reading the fine print. Catch and release.
Oh, it is. You used to be able to.
That's badass.
They used to allow you by choice, obviously. When I was younger, they used to be able to let you bring home the trout if you wanted to eat it.
So you just leave it in your car, have it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they would pack it for you in a cooler and stuff. They would do it for you, but I think no one's gonna be jumping in the trout pond. Okay?
No. Even though I want to.
Even though the voices in your head would be like, jump in the pond, Sarge. Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
But yeah, go check that out, guys. We're going to be there. It's going to be sweet, especially if you like the outdoors or RVs. Show up there. It'll be a good time.
It'll be very fun. All right, well, let's wrap up the show.
Yes.
Let's wrap up the show. Just talking Oscars in the end. Who in the hell watches the Oscars?
Adam Oz.
Entirety.
I was on Twitter last night, and Adam Oz had all of his picks.
Oh, no.
I can't believe it, but honestly, I don't. So I have a question. This is a really dumb question, but are these the Academy Awards? Is like the Oscar the trophy? Or are these the Oscars? And then what is the Academy Awards? I don't know. All I know is Adam Sandler just even I thought I couldn't like him more.
Yeah.
But he was in the same exact outfit I was, sweatpants and a sweatshirt last night at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Baller move.
That was the only like bright moment from it. Everything else was, I obviously didn't watch it, but I saw clips from it, all these stupid speeches and all this crap. But Adam Sandler doing that, and they'll be like, oh, it's just a bit. I'm like, no, that's Adam Sandler.
Yes.
He's just a normal dude wearing baller shorts and just talking to all these celebrities and with his hood up and stuff. So it's great. But yeah, I personally rather watch paint dry. I think it's gross. I was hoping for maybe a moment to happen like the Will Smith Chris Rock thing a couple years ago.
Oh, dude.
Keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Dude, that was wild.
That's the shit I want to see. I want to see celebrities fighting. Okay, I want to see them getting after it, like in a just a totally unhinged environment like that at the Oscars or a fancy environment.
I got a show to tell you about. It's called Celebrity
Yep.
Deathmatch.
Yeah, it's,
You
it's
can
the claymation.
see it.
Yes. It was on MTV back in the day. Yeah, I remember seeing that. There are some crazy ones, but we need to modernize it because there's more celebrities that I want to see brawl that weren't on that show.
Yeah.
So.
And also, I don't know any new celebrity anymore. Like, I literally don't know anyone. I don't know any of these movies.
Me neither.
Like, maybe that's me. But like,
Dude.
I know Adrian Brody, but like,
Yeah, the pianist.
Mikey
amazing
Madison.
film. Don't know who that is.
It's a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't know. Who else? I don't even.
Sarge.
Sean Baker.
That chick, that Mikey Madsen. You've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Yes.
She is
Girl
in
that gets flamethrowered.
Okay. Sick. Okay, she was great in that one, just getting torched alive. But like, I don't know. I didn't see any of these movies. I did see A Complete Unknown in theaters. That was the only movie I remember seeing last year, which I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
It was a lot more sane than I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of hoping for some like more backstory, but he was just on stage the whole time. But it was still solid movie overall. But I don't know. Maybe I need to like see some more movies. But like, I don't know. I get to the point right now, like, unless it's like Mission Impossible, Batman, or like movies that I really want to see, I don't go to the movie theater anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. It has to appeal to me. There are people that, and it's fine. It's like their hobby to go to the movie theater. Let's just pick a movie and go see it. I have to see a movie that I'm genuinely interested in.
Dude,
Like a good horror movie.
I was that guy. I used to
Yeah.
always go to the movie theater, but then they were like $150 to go see a movie. It's like, okay, whatever.
And then it would be like this shitty movies. There's no good. Or you go watch a movie like that was a waste of my time for 3 hours.
Did Dune Part 2 come out this year? I did see that in theaters too. Cause some of those movies are good. Like Mission Impossible's coming out later this year. Absolutely seeing that. I love those movies.
Tom Cruise.
Dude. Yeah, I don't care what. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I fucking love Tom Cruise.
No, he's
I
great.
actually do.
He does his own stunts, so
Which is so badass.
I know.
That's so badass, dude. And some of the shit that he does, you wouldn't dream of doing because you're so scared. Like, he must not have like the fear thing in his brain, like the whatever. The Abdullah Magada, that's not right, but
Something in his brain that tells you that you're gonna die if you do it. The do obligata. Yeah, let's go with that.
is that even how you say it?
Dude, I should say
I'm
it.
just thinking of fucking Waterboy right now. I can't remember the scene.
Yeah, whatever.
I will see Happy Gilmore too if that comes out.
Happy Gilmore 2, well, that'll be on Netflix. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
I know it's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna see it anyways
Well,
out of respect.
You lower your expectations, and then maybe it'll be better than it is. Instead of raising the expectations, then it'll be like really shitty. It depends on how your perspective is in going into them watching it. But overall, like that's going back to the Grammys too and Oscars. Like there's a lot of shit that I never heard of, especially in the Oscars. Like they will pick movies and actresses that I've never seen before in my life, and I like the Mikey Madison. Like don't know who that is. I gotta say, I don't know what it is. You brought up Complete Unknown. But there are obviously a bunch of actors that just irritate me. I don't know what it is about Timothée Chalamet, but he just bothers me.
He needs a knuckle sandwich, doesn't he?
I don't know. There's something about him
He's a fraily little bitch.
He seems like he's the more like down earth kind of dude, but something about him bothers me. I don't want to see any of his movies. I don't know why. I don't know. That's just me.
You should definitely see Dune.
I saw isn't it a remake from the one in the 80s?
It's so much
Dune?
better.
Right.
Than
I think
that.
I saw the original Dune in the 80s, which was really old.
Dude,
old effects.
I want to be one of those huge ass worms and just fucking swim through the desert, dude.
in your next life.
Dude. You gotta see Dune. Come on.
I know. I'll see Dune. I heard someone told me the Dune movies are like
They're good.
modern day Lord of the Rings vibe.
Okay.
Like, not the same.
Whoever told you that
wrong?
doesn't
They're wrong?
like
Okay.
Lord of the Rings
Okay.
as much as they should.
Okay, they're like, this is like their modern day Lord of the Rings. I'm like, yeah, okay. You
I
can't
can see-
beat Lord of the Rings.
Sure, they're in the sci-fi category. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. But Lord of the Rings, Dune doesn't fucking sniff the
Okay.
jock of
Okay,
Lord of the Rings, in my opinion. I've seen fucking Two Towers 800 times,
Yeah.
and I'll watch it 801st time tomorrow. I
Yeah.
fucking love those.
The extended edition.
Oh, I've done them all. I tried to do like in college. I tried to get baked the entire day and watch all the movies. I fell asleep, didn't make it,
Yeah.
but that's like 10 hours at least.
Dude, it's well. I think the extended editions are 4 hours each. It's like 2 hours on each disc, and you got to put in the second disc. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's
Put in
right.
disc 2,
Dude, and
I
now
remember
you can fucking download them onto your phone right now.
I know.
It's fucking crazy.
It's nuts, dude. But it's great. But yeah, the Oscars. Don't know really who sits through it except for I guess Adam Oz. Shout out to you, Adam, for
still the man.
watching through that that shit. I guess, but it's great. I still remember though the Oscar. I think it was the Oscars where I've mentioned this a few times where Trey Parker and Matt Stone showed up on acid like in 2000
dresses.
in dresses. And they showed up and asked, like, we don't want to fucking be here. And, like, they almost didn't show up. And I remember they said in the interview that people went up to them, like, celebrities went up to them, like, off camera, like, you're ruining my fucking night.
Oh,
like,
I
don't
love
give
that.
a fuck. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm like, that's great. Because there's so many just stuck-up celebrities there that just like
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. I mean, they go up there and just show off their gold trophy while the world's burning. And great, congratulations,
shut
you
up
got
your
this
ass.
pick. No one actually voted for this, right? Like, just getting picked by this academy or whatever. I don't know. Well, I think that wraps up another edition of 10K TV Live. I think I don't know if there's a lot to talk about. A lot of the high school state hockey tournament coming up, and
Oh, it's gonna be sweet. We'll be there. We'll be at the booth.
oh yeah, that's right. We forgot to mention that. We'll
I
be
totally
at
forgot, too.
We'll be at the Minnesota Warriors booth, which is the veterans hockey team in Minnesota that puts together a team and plays around. They'll have a booth at the Hockey Expo starting on Friday, I believe. And we'll be there at 9 a.m. Friday. And I think a few of us, including me and Boss Man, and I don't know if Cody is going to be involved with this, but a few of us are going to be dressed up in our full goalie pads.
You guys
and
are
you can
awesome,
show
dude.
up. Yeah, you can show up and shoot on us for prizes if you score on us or score so many goals on us. I'm going to be dead, by the way. It's going to be a line of just these 7 or 8-year-old kids that are probably really good at hockey and just want to just fire the puck at us, just blister it at us, and they're probably going to hurt me even through my equipment.
Dude, I can't wait to be there and I'm the camera guy, and I can't wait.
Dude,
Can't wait.
Yeah, you're gonna be there filming the whole thing. I think we'll be there. I know for sure Friday. Maybe we'll be doing it Saturday too, Championship Saturday for a few hours, but for sure Friday. So go to the Hockey Expo on Friday and find the Minnesota Warriors booth. You're gonna see us dressed up, and you can shoot on us for a chance to win stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be great.
I can't wait.
I don't know. That's going to be a great time. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of 10K TV Live. I'm with Sarge, trying to point correctly here, and journalist Jake, and shout out to Aaron Johnson for producing this fantastic epi. So, yeah, and check out our other socials, 10K Takes. Follow us everywhere on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you're watching us from. Keep following us, keep sharing posts.